Good evening, fellow vapors. This is Cass, and tonight I come at you with a tank review. Yes, today is not a juice review. Today is a review of a tank. This is one I've been excited to review for you guys, and it's a tank I've been trying to get my hands on for a little while now, and I managed to get hold of one, and I'm actually really excited to show you guys and go through it and talk about it. Now, I will be coming out with a video very soon, and I filmed it ages ago and never got around to putting it out. But it's a comparison of the DOTMOD RTA 22mm, an authentic version of it, and a clone version of it. Now, the clone version was mine, and the authentic version was a friend of mine's. And I'm going to be coming out with that video very, very soon. It's just taken me way too long to get around actually putting it out. But today, I'm going to be looking at the DOTMOD RTA 24, which is the 24mm version. Let's have a look at that right there. It's a good old chunk. Big gold tank. The thing's a monster. It's a postless deck like the 22mm. They've changed a few things around it. We're going to check that out in the down and close section of that. So they've changed a few things about it, some for the better, some necessarily for the worse. But actually, this has become my new favourite tank. Before I go into it any further, let's go straight down to the close-up view. I will go through it in much more detail. You can see it all up close. Then we'll come back up, I'll vape on it, I'll talk about the pros and cons of it, and then we'll wrap this video up. Let's have a vape. This is the DOTMOD 24mm RTA. Okay, so we're here down in the up and close view here. This is the classic DOTMOD box that all of their products come in. There we go, with the gold logo. Flip it up, and inside we see the tank and all its parts. So here's the tank itself. I'll be looking at that in a much closer detail in a moment. So I'm just going to put that to one side, and we're going to look at all the other things. Now, under here, you can see they've hidden the serial number, or the certificate of authenticity. But that's under there as well. We have a spare piece of glass with some O-rings in it. There you go, spare O-rings for the tank. We have an Ultem drip tip. This is sort of weird off yellow Ultem drip tip. I'm not entirely sure about them. We have the classic DOTMOD jar, as it were, with the cork. There we go. And inside that, what we have here are what I believe to be 3-core fused Claptons. And they're actually really nicely done. Really tidy, really neat. You also get a spare 510 pin, gold, like everything DOTMOD. And lots of little grub screws, because as we all know, Allen key grub screws like to just round themselves off for absolutely no reason. So these are all the bits and bobs that come with it. And hidden underneath is the thing. You also get a Allen key there for tightening up your posts. Okay, let's have a look at the tank. Alright, so here we have the tank itself. As you can see, classic, fully gold, like the 22mm was. On the bottom here we have the laser etching. It's kind of hard to see, but you've got the Petri RTA, 24mm at the bottom, and on the right the serial number. I've got a lovely serial number, 0083, under 100. And they've changed a few things with the design. On top here you've got the cap. Now on the previous one, you just pop this off. On this one, this actually unthreads. And like anything I've ever owned with DOTMOD, the threads, even on that, are buttery smooth. So we've got the Ultem cap that would screw back in there. You can just screw them in and out. So you're not going to lose it like you might have done with the O-ringed style drip tip that was on the other one. Now they've changed a few things. On the old one, on the 22mm, you had to undo the 510 pin here, take this off, which still comes off, and then you had to unscrew the base. This one's a little bit different. They've gone for more of an open tank design. So to get to it, you just unscrew, again, ultra smooth threads, pop the glass off, and undo the chimney. Now, there's a couple of advantages to this and a couple of disadvantages. So, let me go through them. On the previous one, the deck came out of this base here via the 510. It had locating pins either side, so that when you put it into the chimney, it fit in the same way every time to line up your wicking holes. On this one, what they've done is they've actually put the thread around the edge of the deck, so it's always located, and you screw this on to cover your deck. Now, there is one immediate issue that immediately pops up here. You cannot access the deck in any way, shape, or form if the tank is full. It has to be empty to get to it. I've tried undoing it this way. What ends up happening is if you tighten the top here into here to get the base undone without it all coming apart, you then can't undo this to fill it. It just pulls the deck off and you lose all your juice. If you do it the other way around, there's nothing for the glass to sit on. There's no seal there. With the previous one, the chimney held itself together. This is just loose. There's nothing holding it there. So you're trading one advantage for another disadvantage. So I think they've gone 2 steps forward and 1 step back. As long as you're doing it when you're empty, and I tend to only access the deck when it is empty, then you'll be fine. What they have gone for here, right in the middle of the deck, I'm going to hold this really close to the camera so you can see it. They've put some weird diamante thing in the middle of the deck. That's a little bit garish for DOTMOD, if I'm honest. I would have thought the design team would have gone, nah, that's dumb. However, if that is your thing, you can actually see it through the middle of the chimney there. It's that wide. Now obviously it's 24mm wide. The previous one was 22mm. This is a taller tank as well. This is a much taller tank. And obviously you've got your postless decks. So you've got your positive and your negative. You put your coils across these two. And what they've done here is to make it much, much easier to wick. You just fill the 2 holes up here, which I think is going to be a lot easier. Your juice access hole is here. The juice access hole is here. So you 2 coils and away it goes. Only thing that I wish to God that they had improved is this bit. I mean, come on, that could have been better than just an O-ring. Just lock it on there. Doesn't matter. No one's going to take it off. Just lock it on there. Does make it easy for cleaning though, because obviously you get juice sweating going through, and you've got these lovely big airflow holes there, super, super wide, and it makes it a really airy tank. If you are just filling your tank though, you just unscrew the lid. Oh, here we go. See, this is the issue I'm talking about, is I went to go and unfill it. Let's say I was filling it up, and what's actually just happened is I've just lost all my juice. My coils are everywhere, my wicks are everywhere. It's all gone wrong. Screw that down, so that's down. Pop the glass on, pop the top cap on, and then just make sure that's just snug. Too tight, it's going to undo the deck again. But we'll do, unscrew it. And then as long as I don't knock this, because that's quite loose, I'm not going to lie. That is quite loose. Then what I can do is I can just fill it up around the side. None of those stupid little holes that are going to provide an airlock or any of that. Just fill it up and there we go. It's a beautiful looking tank. I must admit, I do really, really like the look of it. I'm going to have a mess around with playing with the Ultim cap versus this glass cap. It's gold. I don't know how badly it's going to wear on the bottom against all my mods. You've got a nice protruding 510 here. So that's definitely going to work for all your hybrids. It is hybrid safe, I believe. And you won't be able to get this in the UK after May 20th because it is not TPD compliant, because it has got a larger tank than 2mm. And that probably covers most of this tank here. But it's a beautiful looking thing. That's the one thing DOTMOD have always done, is they've always made beautiful looking RDAs, RTAs, mods, mech mods, all sorts. So I'm going to sling this up this way, pop it down in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the FaceTime section. We're going to have a little vape on it. We're going to talk about it more with some pros and some cons and things. And then we'll put this video to bed. But that pretty much covers it. So that is the all gold 24mm Petri RTA from DOTMOD. I will see you up in the FaceTime in just one moment. Okay, I think we're back. So, you got to see that up close. Now, let's go over a few main things with this tank here. The first thing that they've changed, it isn't necessarily a vape-related thing, it's a functionality-related thing and a design-related thing, is the whole 510 thing. So the 510 pin in the bottom, you used to have to unscrew it to get the deck out, which then locked the chimney all together. And actually, I didn't mind it that much. It was a bit of a faff, but I didn't mind it that much because it worked. Now, what they've done is they've done that, so you've got the thread around the inside, as you saw in the close-up. But for some reason, they've sacrificed being able to access the deck when the tank is full. Now, anyone who rebuilds their coils in a tank will know you do a lovely little build, you juice it all up, you fill your tank up, atomizer short. You flip it upside down, you take your deck out, you have a little look and put it back together. No juice is lost. This one, because it's just an O-ring on there, and the only thing that's holding that top section on is pressure. So to get the chimney off, I can't just flip it upside down and take it off because it will just fall apart. They haven't put any kind of lip or anything. Now, in the 22mm, as you will see in the video that's going to come out, had little juice fill holes around the top. They were a bit of a pain in the arse, granted, but on a 24mm you can just have bigger juice flow. But it meant that the glass was secure. You had to undo it to, you had to really try and get the glass off. So you could have it upside down and full. This one, yeah, I don't know. I have found every now and then I'll undo the top here. I'm not going to do it now, but I undo the top here, and the chimney undoes, and it dumps all my juice out the airflow. But then also, I'll undo it, and then I'll be filling it up, and I might knock it with the nib of the bottle, and the glass pops off, and I lose all my juice everywhere. I think they've gone 2 steps forward with the whole 510 and the thread and stuff, you know, just screw it straight in, job's a good one. That's lovely. And then they've got about 10 steps back by making it that you can't access your deck unless you've got an empty tank. Now, sometimes I do need to access it with a half-full tank. So you have to sort of undo it, pour your juice back, get the top off, faff around with it, and then fill it all up again. So that is my main bugbear with this tank. That said, the flavour off of this, because of the increased airflow in comparison to the 22, which you will see, I promise I will have that video out soon, in comparison to the 22, which was a phenomenal flavour tank, one of my favourite flavour tanks, this, you get that flavour, but then you get this amazing cloud. It is super cloudy, probably as you saw at the beginning of the video. I'm actually running this on the stock coils that come with it, which are 3-core fused Claptons. These come out at about 0.16. Don't know if you can see that on there. They're not too low, the ramp up's not too silly, and the flavour is unbelievable off them. It's such a smooth vape. It does cane juice though. Building on it's really easy, but it does absolutely cane the juice. So we're going to have a little vape off this. You've got this lovely airflow. Again, why can't they just secure the airflow on the bottom? It just pops off. Swings and roundabouts. Let's have a quick vape, and I will continue with a sort of pros and cons summary of it, and then we'll wrap up. Oh yeah. Juice today. Today's juice, because, you know, I normally review juice, but today's the tank. Today's juice is from the lovely Nova Juice, and this is their Cobra Venom. I've used this in previous videos before, but I absolutely adore this. This is a peppermint menthol. I absolutely love this juice. I'd like to thank the guys at Nova for sending it my way to vape whilst I do these lovely reviews. So thank you for sending this to me. Again, peppermint menthol. This really is an all-day vape for me. Let's continue. Super cloudy. I haven't had a dry hit on this yet. I can chug and chug and chug and chug and chug, and as long as I haven't got my settings set too high, not a single dry hit. I've put this on my rig mech, which hits really hard. Again, no dry hits. The airflow is wonderful. The juice flow is massive. I also like the little addition of the Ultem drip, because that's a really nice little thing. And look, I prefer the glass one, but, you know, it's nice to have a bit of an option, isn't it? And always good pre-built coils that come with it. Some people go, nah, never use them. You know what? If they think that that coil is going to work in that tank, I will at least build it and try it. And in this case, these are really, really good. I've had these in for about a week now. I haven't even changed the cotton. I haven't even needed to change the cotton. I think that about wraps it up for the DOTMOD 24 RTA. If you have any feedback, please leave it in the comments below. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button. Give it a share around. I really do appreciate all the love that I've had on the videos this far. It's amazing just to see the response from some of the videos I'm putting out, so I'm really grateful for that. So yeah, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. There are many videos to watch on my channel, and there are many more coming soon. If there's anything you'd like me to see me review, please let me know, and I will try and get my hands on it and do a little video on it. And thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.